Hello, how are you? I hope you're very fine. It's a while before we did the stories in English. Now I have time to do so, and so stay tuned and listen to this. I hope you'll be informed, enlightened, and educated. Our story today is called The Killer Nurse. I'll never forget the haunting, chilly night I saw the nurse taking the baby. It was past midnight. The power was out, and the hospital was quiet, except for the crying of newborns and few mothers who were wallowing in the labor pains and could not pay attention to any other aspect of life around them. I was lying on a mean metallic hospital bed, still weak from childbirth, when I saw her shadow move past my curtain. I thought it was just another devoted nurse making her rounds. Then I heard a baby's cry cut off too quickly. It felt like a ghostly wind had blown during prayer time. Something wasn't right. I turned my head slowly and saw her, Nurse Mary. She stood by the crib of a young mother who had just given birth hours ago. The woman was asleep, exhausted from the long labor pains, and the final years which had left her curse the gender she had been trapped in by Adam and rather Eve combination. Nurse Mary wore a white uniform. It was too clean, too perfect, like she had planned everything. Her face was calm, too calm for anyone to persistently light a torch on her. Then she bent down, picked up a baby, and wrapped it in a brown shawl. My heart started pounding like it would skip out of my chest the next second. She walked out of the ward like nothing had happened, rushing to a one room that we all knew. I wanted to scream, but my throat felt dry. My body was too weak. I had to do something. But what if she came for my baby next? I struggled to sit up, trapped in maternal endures. The woman in bed next to me turned and mumbled in her sleep. She had no idea her child was gone. I slid my feet to the floor, feeling dizzy. I hate to follow her. I hate to see where she was taking the baby. I moved carefully, stepping over the cold tiles, holding onto the metal railings for support. The hospital corridors were dark, lit only by the dim emergency lights. Nurse Mary was ahead, walking fast like a slave on the run. I stayed far enough not to be seen. She turned a corner and disappeared into the small room. I crept closer. The door was slightly open. Inside, I saw her hand over the baby to a man in long brown coat that placed him among the countrymen we watch in country music. He had this heart that made him look mysterious, with sharp eyes that looked too awake for that time of the night. He handed her a thick brown envelope. She took it without hesitation. I felt sick. The baby squirmed in the man's arms, letting out a small cry. He hushed it quickly, then turned and walked out through the back door, making sure his steps were cattish in a hunt for a rat. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. This wasn't the first time she had done it. It was too smooth, too planned, too swift. Then, as if sensing me, the nurse turned her head towards the door. Her eyes met mine. For a second, neither of us moved. Then she smiled, a slow, knowing smile, like she wasn't afraid. She knew I wouldn't say a thing, and that was the worst part, because she was right. Thank